This segment is sponsored by New Perspective Financial Solutions. It's a new year, which means it's time to focus on your road to a successful retirement. So how do you make 2024 your year for planning? Here to help us out is Tavon Jackson. Tavon is the founder of New Perspective Financial Solutions, a DC-based firm that focuses on preparing people for a successful retirement. Welcome back. Happy New Year.
Thanks for having me.
Fresh beginnings here. And
Always.
I know a lot of people are in that retirement red zone. How important it is that they get dialed in right now with a written plan for their retirement?
Sure. So the retirement red zone is probably like 3 years or less before you're about to retire.
Okay.
And we know every new year, everybody has all these goals that they only do for like a month and then they go back to their old habits. But when you're doing the plan, you have to have a written financial plan. And a lot of people try to like use a paper napkin plan, or they look at their coworkers' plan that they're doing. You have to have a customized plan for yourself. And then once we have that plan, we have to factor in all the bad things that can happen, such as the market going down, Social Security running out, taxes going up, and then we have to plan around that as well.
Why is it important for people to have an advisor to help them focus on what they need for retirement?
Because it's very hard to do it yourself. There's a lot of systems out there you can go online and Google how to retire, but the emotional part of it is very hard. And if you have $1 million in your account and then you look at it again and it's at 800,000, naturally you're going to want to make a change. But what people don't realize is that when the market drops, that's actually like a Black Friday sale. That's the time to buy more. But the emotional part of it is very hard to put more money into something that's losing. But that's usually how you have a successful retirement.
Especially if you're that close to retirement and you're seeing the numbers do that, you know, you're counting on it.
And people taking way too much risk because they don't have that plan. So think of it like if you were playing a game and you already won, why are you still taking risk? So when you have the plan, it'll tell you exactly when you can retire. And if your plan's good, then you can be more conservative instead of having all the stocks that people have now.
And that is why we need an advisor to help us through that. You also talk about the income plan and write it down. It's important to have that.
Yeah, so what an income plan is that most people only have a growth plan, which is I put money in my 401k, I don't look at it, and hopefully it's a lot of money. But the hard part is that once you have that lump sum of money, how do you make it last 30, 40 years in retirement? And have to deal with taxes. So you have to have that income plan. And usually we break the plan up into like 3 parts. From 60 to 70, we call it like the go-go years. Because that's when you're like retired, you're happy, and you're going to go do everything. But you end up spending way too much too early. And then from 70 to 80, we call those the slow-go years because you're still going out, but just not as much. And then from 80 to the rest of your life, not the no-go years, but your medical costs are going up, so we have to have a plan for that as well.
You kind of hinted at this, but you always say the market giveth and the market taketh away. What's the balance for people at this stage?
Well, it all depends on your risk tolerance, but you have to realize that losses are going to hurt you more than gains are going to help you. And if you have that $1 million in your portfolio, and let's say the market tanks 50%, you're now at 500,000.
Oh my gosh.
But then what you say is, hey, maybe I can ride it out. But if the market goes back up 50%, you don't get your money back. You have to get 100% return to make up for a 50% loss. So as you get closer to that retirement red zone, it is good to insure your money. And there's investments called a fixed index annuity where you can insure your money from loss while still get some of the upside as well.
And you always talk about taxes because it's something people I feel like aren't expecting, right, in retirement. How do you limit how much you have to pay in taxes?
Well, you either can pay the taxes now or you can pay the taxes later, but most people have all their money in like a 401k that taxes you when you most need it. So what I would recommend is that now that you're in that retirement red zone, stop contributing to the traditional 401k, but contribute to the Roth 401k. And the Roth 401k will build up a tax-free bucket that you can use in retirement.
And get it done now. Don't wait, right? Start the new year off right. Thank you, Tavon.
No problem.
For you at home, if you want to learn more about making 2024 your year for retirement, New Perspective Financial Solutions has a great offer. Tavon wants to help protect and continue to grow your money while also helping you create a reliable income stream. So right now, for the first 5 callers with a portfolio of $250,000 or greater, they're offering a complimentary retirement income plan just for you. This will allow Tavon to sit down with you personally or schedule a call to make sure that you are on the right track for a successful retirement. The number to dial is 240-335-8366. Again, it's 240-335-8366.